Yo people, what you telling me? Wagwan, we're back in my wardrobe with the zoo doing another storytime hotbox video. This story is the story of the time I nearly got a 5 to 10 year prison sentence. And I'm on cocaine packet again. So if I talk quick or I'm a bit hyper, my bad. Alright, let's get into it. So, this story starts off when I was about 16. And for the daytime in this story, I actually didn't really do anything. But, alright. Alright, so in this story, it starts off in the night time, and I was walking through town. It was about 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, 11 or 12, and I had walked to town. So I walked the 40 minutes, the hour, trotting along, and I finally made it to town. And I get to town, and I walk down to Stoner's underpass way, and I get round Stoner's, and I get behind it, and I'm walking under another underpass right behind Stoner's by the big car park, and I see three boys on one moped, and they're all wearing balaclavas, and I see them tear past me when I'm walking under the bridge. And I said out loud to myself, I kid you not, I went, ha ha ha, laughed a bit. I went, them boys are getting fucked. What do you know it? As I say that, a police van drives behind me. I turn around and see it. It comes down by me through the tunnel, drives past the boys on the moped, drives past me, and then turns around and goes back past me up the way the boys on the moped go. And I said out loud again, I laughed and I went, ha ha ha, I bet them police are after the boys on the ped. And then I'm looking behind me, and the police van, I had a shank on me, by the way, I forgot to mention that. I had a shank on me. It was a nice little knife, not too big, but not too small. And I had a shank on me and 15 diazepam, 15 pills. And the police whips round, comes back down to me for the third time. Bro, I'm walking along, I see them come down. The police hop out the van. There's one man, two men and two women. They hop out the van and they start walking towards me. And I'm like, what do they want? And they go, excuse me, can you stop please? And I carry on walking and I'm like, no. And I say to them, I go, was it the boys on the moped? Because I don't know them. And they went, no, it's not the boys on the moped. And I was thinking, what the fuck? Oh shit. And they were like, stop please, we need to talk to you. And they were about an arm's reach away from me, yeah? And as they were arm's reach away from me, the man that was right behind me tried reaching out and grabbing me. And as he reached out to grab me, I took off running. And as I started running, he starts running to me behind me. And as I'm running, my shank pops out of my trousers and I'm holding it here as I'm running. And I look behind me and he's still an arm's reach away from me. I'm like, fuck this, I'm not getting caught. I speed up, I start dashing and running as fast as I can. And I run round the corner, round another corner, over a bridge. And as soon as I get out of sight of the police officers, they left their car doors wide open, by the way. Police car doors wide open. As soon as I got out of sight of the man and the woman and all of the police, I took my knife out, chucked it. It was pitch black, mind you, chucked it in the river and carried on running. And do you know how I went? I went to a place called Vicky Park. I ran to the middle of the pitch black field and I sat down in the middle of the field and just waited it out. And after I sat down in the middle of the field for like an hour and waited it out, I walked round near my boy because I was linking one of my boys, and I went into my boy's yard, and he was with one of his dealers in there, and they were doing balloons and just smoking weed. And he had no parents around that night, luckily. So I just went round his, done balloons, smoked weed, listened to music, and then just chilled for the rest of the night. And I didn't really do much else for the rest of the night. I think I stayed out all of that night, and the police never caught me. But it's a mad story, because if they did catch me, I would have got a 5 to 6, 7 year sentence, and it would have been peak sentence. But yeah, short little story today. That's the story of the time I nearly got a 5 or 7 year sentence. Hope you enjoyed, gang.